when a woman with a guy that she feels is competent enough and gives her some sort of feeling of security, right? Her brain starts turning off. So all this stuff that she's constantly overthinking about, all the things that she's like, oh, I just can't make this decision. A lot of guys have the ability to be like, all right, you're doing too much. This is what we gonna do, right? So hopefully she has a guy that has enough sense to be like, all right, we're gonna simplify your life a little bit if you're willing to listen, right? Because women, y'all like picking up stress, you're like picking up a whole bunch of junk that y'all don't need, and then look at us crazy because we don't do the same thing that y'all do. So hopefully you got some guy that can help, like, kind of like simplify things, right? Just even on the financial idea. Say, for instance, you got a 50-50 guy, right? You got a 50-50 guy that's like, hey, we splitting everything 50-50 down the line. All right. You don't have kids yet. And even if you do have kids, right? You having to pay full price and then having kids is a dramatically different thing. And now with even studies is showing that men are actually doing more in the house than the women now, women can't use that argument anymore. They're
No,
literally
they're
saying that
doing
men
more
are
than they
doing
used to, not more
no, they're
than
saying they're doing 54% of the household duties. So
I
I mean, hey, it is what it is, but
resist.
it don't make
No,
no difference because
no,
whether I'm wrong or I'm right, it doesn't matter. It's
it
a
does.
hypothetical
If you're
situation. It
wrong
doesn't.
or right, it does make a difference. But go ahead.
No, because no, it doesn't make a difference because in this conversation, like, people are gonna do more or less depending on how they feel valued in a relationship. Like, women will go above and beyond, guys will go above and beyond depending on the person that they pick, right? So it don't really matter. Like, just because we got 54% of guys doing more in a house doesn't mean that this woman's gonna be with a guy that's gonna do that. That's why I say it don't matter. So hopefully you got a guy to simplify things. Hopefully you're not paying majority of the bills, because most of the time when guys get with girls, they say, hey, even though we're saying we're going 50-50, he's still going to be ass, or he might decide to pay the larger bills. He might pay the rent. He might pay this. He might pay that. Right. And then your stuff is like a supplemental stuff. And oftentimes, like guys are a lot more reasonable when it comes to a lot of situations when we see you struggling. When we see you struggling and you say, hey, I need help with this. Guys will help you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't understand why women be arguing and fussing about stuff that they know the guys that they with be doing stuff. They be calling dudes at 3 o'clock in the morning to come fix a tire or something stupid, right? So it's just like, I just don't understand why we have so much vitriol for each
What's she
side
doing
when
out at
at
3 in the morning?
we women be at the party. They like to be
I'm
out with their
still trying.
girlfriends.
I'm
They like
still.
to drink.
I'm
They
still
like to
waiting for the
dance. They
answer.
like to go to the freaking
And you
like
married that girl?
guys be marrying everything. That's the reason why all the good women are saying the hoes is winning, because the hoes is getting married and the good women ain't. So it's
Ain't
just like,
nobody getting married.
no, the
So
hoes is
wait,
getting married. They putting
so
it all online. What do you
wait.
mean?
I still need you
Yeah,
to answer.
they
So far, the what I've got, you said simplify them from having to think.
No,
That's
you forgot the money
okay.
too. And then also, y'all, like a lot
You
of
said
women, y'all
what?
just,
What was the second thing? Money,
I
you
said
said?
the money. Because say, for
Keep half
instance,
of
you
your money
having to
with
pay
you.
all of your bills by
Okay.
yourself. We
So
have women complaining about being single mothers all the time and they're not getting no help. So
half
you
is
literally have help
okay.
and yet you're still complaining, right? And then also you have to sit there and think about it like this. Like, the stuff that you do that is bad, right? Sometimes he will come in and cover you when you're doing stuff that isn't beneficial to you, right? So you out here, you
Like
got your
being
name
out at
looking
3 in the
crazy as
morning.
hell in the streets, right? He can come in and stand in the gap for you and do all these things that you don't even think is bad. He can cover you in that stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that guys provide that's tangible and intangible to women, but y'all so stuck on the fact that does he have a green, does he make money? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just y'all just be focused on the wrong stuff. And
No,
then of course,
it's truly about how does her life get simplified, right?
her life
That's
gets simplified
really,
because she be
I'm being
thinking too
honest.
much.
That's really what I was kind of looking for. So you pointed out, you say even if they're going 50-50, it's half of the expenses. So she is saving some of her money. I'm gonna give you that. Okay.
But what about the
Simplify.
mentality that women have where they literally be overthinking themselves into a coma when
I
it's
really
really
don't
simple.
know. I don't know women that's overthinking themselves into not, and I know you're using it as an analogy, but well, what I'll say this is that I don't know men who simplify their woman's ability to not have to think anymore. Usually, her stress increases when she gets with a man because she's not only thinking about her, she's thinking about you too. So that
Or
also, that all I'm saying is it that increases as well. Being in a relationship, I know y'all may say too that it can be stressful for y'all, but for women it is stressful as well. So we're thinking for you, thinking for us, and God forbid if we have kids, we gotta think for the kids too. And I see all the time, even with my husband, like he has had the luxury, I guess what you say, to not have to think, babe, where are my keys? Babe, you know where I put my pants at? Babe, where do this go? Like, so and then with the kids, mommy, can I, mommy, where the so a lot of times women's thinking increases in a relationship. A man don't necessarily simplify that. He adds to it. But
but
go ahead.
sometimes the reason why women have more stress is because of how they think about stuff. Sometimes if stuff isn't done the way that you think that it needs to be done, you get stressed. If you think, just like when he brought up the example, it takes me 10 things to go through in order for me to do something. It only takes you 4. So you're stressed about the fact that it takes me 6 more steps to get something done, but I still get it done. So a lot of the stress that women have, like I remember one time I was working on a contract, right? And I went in a house with this woman, right? And she was in the house cleaning her house, right? She was having a good time. She was pissed, but she was still cleaning her house, right? And I said, "Hey, you got boys and a man downstairs. Why don't you have them help them?" Oh, she said, "Well, when they help, they don't do it the way that I want them to. So I do it myself." I said, "Well, you do know that you're literally picking up the situation and continuously making it worse because you won't try to get them to do it the right way, that you're literally adding to your stress." She said, "I'm willing to take on the stress because my house looks so much better and I can sleep better with this stress than if I just let them go do it." And
Because
that's usually what happens.
that
Women
stress will drive them
have a
crazier than them
Does,
doing it.
but
that's
as
what
a
I'm saying,
man,
and this is the
but as
stuff
a
that
man,
be
do you step
happening.
up
Like
and
you
say,
literally
you
be
know what,
causing
let
your
me
own
learn how to
problems.
do it? Y'all don't. That's
Yes,
what
we
I'm
the
don't
thing,
saying.
learn
I
how
think
to
that
do
I
it
think
your way. We learn how to do it a different way.
right. So I think
It
that
may not be the right way though. For instance,
The right
cleaning
way
the
is relative.
no,
There's a
Yeah,
different
it's
cleaning
ways
not
to
the way.
fold a t-shirt,
cleaning
man.
the bathroom. Like my
Uh-huh.
dad did this before, and my mom freaked out. Cleaned the bathroom. He took the toilet brush and cleaned the bathroom with the toilet brush. That is not the right way. It's not. There's no way you can convince a woman who likes a clean home, who likes a sanitized home, that you cleaning the bathroom with a toilet brush is okay. And then say, well, you asked me to help, and this is a trick. Guys that do stuff sometimes intentionally or act like they don't have the aptitude to do it right so they can get out of doing it.
Just
I've
real
seen
quick,
that too. But
just real
it's
quick,
true. You're laughing because you know it's true.
I want to give
But
some
go
free
ahead,
advice
True.
real
Tell
quick.
me yours. So,
Let me
yeah,
what
AP
was you?
trying to say something, Tara.
let
Oh,
me
I'm sorry.
let me just give some free advice to any man that's listening.